Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we are going to see how to automate inbound and outbound lead journeys using n8n. And no, this is not a video about automating email campaigns or LinkedIn campaigns. This is about how you can automate certain segments or parts of a sales journey. Now, many a times when we talk about automation, we feel that it is replacing humans or it's just going to help us solve everything. But that's not the case. Automation is more about saving time where human efforts add the least value and investing that time in places where it actually matters. So in today's video, we're going to see both the journeys of inbound and outbound and how we can automate them. Second is we will see where sales teams should invest their time and where not. And we'll even see how can AI fit inside this entire sales workflow. Now, when we talk about the core sales problem over here for outbound journeys, what happens is we initiate, say, email campaigns using tools like Apollo, Lemlist, instantly, and then our job becomes just to monitor those replies and reply to the people who have responded saying interested or not interested. Now, what actually happens over here is, say, take a case wherein we are managing multiple inboxes, we are running campaigns, and we are sending campaigns to different regions. So the replies are bound to occur at different time zones or different durations. And it becomes difficult for us to ensure that we are responding to every single email within a fixed turnaround time. So that's wherein we see that there are monitoring folders that happen over here. At the same time, a salesperson job also is to ensure that whatever replies come in are getting logged into the CRM. Because there are good chances that these leads are taken from different data sources or the data comes in from different sources. And then the email campaigns are run. And then once they get interested, they are logged into the CRM. So that entire manual process is also something that is quite time consuming. So that is about the outbound flow. When I talk about the inbound journey, what happens over here is that the inbound journey is user initiated and primarily driven by form filling, be it a website form or an ad form. And this data then gets stored in the backend in a CSV format. What happens is once in a while, say on a daily basis, that CSV gets exported and there is a manual assignment done to the sales reps who then reach out to those leads, follow up with them, and then schedule the meetings. So if you see, this entire journey is quite elongated. So the process time over here is quite high. And this sort of reduces or kills your conversion. Because a faster turnaround time when the lead is actually interested is what can help you get the conversions. So let's quickly move into n8n and see how we have automated both of these journeys. First, we will see the outbound flow automation. For those who are new to n8n, the diagram that you see over here is a node diagram or a node flow diagram, wherein we have different elements, be it a trigger element, an AI element, another element for replying back. So these are the action elements or action nodes. Now, how do we add these nodes are by clicking over here on the plus and seeing what different sort of nodes do we have. Now, when I talk about the outbound flow automation process that we have built, what we have started with is a simple Gmail trigger. Now, we have already automated CR email campaigns using multiple other tools that are there in the market. But what we want to automate is a journey after that. That is, say, for example, if I'm getting a response from a particular lead after my email is sent, then how do I track it? So over here, we have done a very simple thing wherein if I'm, say, sending an email from my account to a particular account saying that I'm interested in a particular inquiry. Okay. So I will just say, put in that particular subject line that I want, that I have already set in my email automation workflow, and I'll send it to that particular reply, or I'll just reply to that particular user. So I've done that. And over here, the first element that I have used is to track that. So when I click on the fetch test event over here, what it's going to do is it is going to analyze and see my inbox if there are any email replies that have come in with this particular subject line. And as soon as that comes in, it gets populated over here, wherein I have the message of that particular user also present along with their email ID. Next, what I've done is I've added an AI agent to analyze that particular message, define whether it is an interested or not interested message, and then reply to it as well. So I have my message as an input that I've put in over here in the prompt section. And the system message that I've generated over here is asking that AI to act as an email analysis and a reply assistant. Along with that, what I've done is I've added the OpenAI chat model. So if you see this element over here, I have added a chat model that helps me in terms of drafting that email. At the same time, I have added an output formatting agent as well to ensure that whatever output I'm getting, it's properly formatted to then reply back to the prospect. So as you can see over here, when I click on the execute step, what it is going to do is it's going to take a couple of seconds to draft that email, and I have that email over here. That's exactly as per the context. And when I further execute that by replying to the particular prospect, immediately when I execute, the reply gets sent, and I can see that over here in my inbox that I've received that reply. When I go back, the last thing that I have to do once, say, a reply is sent from my end, is I need to update that into a CRM. So what I've done over here is I've connected Zoho CRM. Now you can connect multiple other CRMs as well. All you need to do is just click on the nodes module. So in my case, I've added Zoho CRM. You can even search for other CRMs like Pipedrive. And you can see that there are many CRMs that are there over here. So even if you type CRMs, you will be able to get all the CRMs that are there that are available to integrate over here. In this case, I have integrated Zoho CRM. And what I've asked it to do is I've asked it to create or update that particular contact based on the email that is there. So there are two things that I'm doing over here. If I already have that contact in my CRM, then I need to just update the status. And in case if the particular prospect is not there in my CRM, so I've asked it to create it. So as you can see, after executing, it has created that particular prospect. And for me, it is visible on my Zoho CRM over here in the contact section. So as you can see over here, I have that particular contact created with all the details logged in. And this is how we have quickly, in a few steps, automated that entire outbound process from getting reply to updating on the CRM. Now, what does this help us save is the time that goes into monitoring inboxes, the time that goes into doing manual CRM updates, and the time that goes into first level response drafting. Primarily, these three steps are something if they get automated, then our salespeople can focus on the next steps. That is ensuring that there is a human connect with the prospect once all of this is set. Moving on to the next flow, that is our inbound flow. Now, as I said, the inbound flow starts with a form submission. So the trigger that we have put in over here is a form submission. So when I click on it, we have added a simple contact us form wherein we are taking the input as first name, last name. So let's quickly execute that and see how does the form look. So as you can see, I have my basic details that I can fill in over here. That includes the first name, last name, company name, the designation. I can even input the email ID that I want to use. So I've just put that in as well, along with, say, the contact number, or if I want, I can keep that blank and I can submit. Once that reply has been sent, or rather the form has been submitted, I have my data logged in over here. When I see my next step, so what I'm doing over here is, since this is a new contact, since this is an inbound lead, the first thing that I've done is I've asked the particular flow to add the contact to Zoho CRM, wherein I've logged and created the entry onto Zoho. And that's wherein when I go back to Zoho CRM, I'm able to see that entry is also created over here. So the time that gets spent in terms of, say, manually logging or uploading or importing those data files, CSV files from the backend to the CRM, that gets saved over here because it instantly happens. Suppose that to ensure that we have a much quicker turnaround time, we know that if someone has filled the form, then there is some level of interest that gets generated. So what I've done over here is that I have sent an initial message thanking them for showing their interest, and at the same time asking them that when can we connect. So over here, it isn't just a mail that gets sent out. We have added a custom response. So if you can see over here, in terms of the operations, we have mentioned that we don't just want to send, but we even want to wait for a response. So this particular workflow stays intact until and unless we get a response from the prospect. So in terms of response also, what do we want? If we want a specific thing, like a direct date and time for a meeting, we can have that as a form element. Now, when I execute this step, as you can see, it has sent the email, but it is waiting for the input from the particular user. So when I go back to my inbox, I'll be able to see that I've received an email and it has been formatted in this structure. wherein when I click on respond, it's going to open a form wherein I just need to input the date. Say I'm putting tomorrow's date, and I'll click on submit and I have it ready over here. So what later on happens over here in the flow is that particular date gets logged, and I have added a calendar element to send the invite also for the same. So over here, my entire journey from my first response to scheduling a meeting or a demo or an intro call gets automated. So as a person, say an operations or a salesperson, I don't have to spend time on allocating a particular contact to a sales rep, or I don't want to wait for the sales rep to send an intro email, or I don't want the sales rep to spend time in following up and then scheduling a meeting. So that entire journey gets automated over here. So this was about how we can automate the entire inbound journey. And what both of these workflows ensure is, one, there is a faster response time. Second, there is zero lead leakage. Third, there is a clean CRM data right from, say, your replies coming in or your inbound leads coming in. Everything gets stored properly onto the CRM. And finally, there is a better handoff between automation and humans. So once everything is on CRM, once all the statuses are updated, your sales teams can take it forward to ensure that there is that human connect that gets developed in the intro meetings. So this was about it. This was about how we build these two workflows on n8n. And if you found this useful, or if you are building GTM systems around something like this, then please do like and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for more such videos. And thank you so much for watching this one.